For centuries, the King's Guard has stood as a symbol of honor, discipline, and royal tradition. They serve in silence, rain or shine, unwavering, unshaken. But every day that silence is tested by tourists who ignore the rules, step into restricted areas, and show blatant disrespect. Today, we witness moments where patience runs thin, and the consequences are swift and unforgettable.
Behind the floor.
Tourists ignore warnings. Armed police intervene to enforce safety measures. Teacher shocks onlookers by touching the King's Guard horse, violating strict protocols. Armed police reprimand stubborn tourists for disregarding safety instructions. The King's Guard let a child in a wheelchair gently touch his magnificent horse. Creating a memory filled with magic, kindness, and joy. A sweet toddler smiled brightly as they spotted the majestic royal horse. Sometimes the smallest encounters make the biggest memories. A corporal of horse warmly greeted a little boy dressed as a King's Guard. The boy's excitement said it all. The royal horse was visibly thrilled to see his favorite soldier return, ears perked, head nodding. A genuine bond beyond words. This young tourist joyfully waved at the stately King's Guard, an innocent gesture that brought warmth to an otherwise serious setting. The King's Guard made this little girl's day when he gave her a kind smile. Her joy was immediate and heart-melting. A woman repeatedly ignores warnings to leave the restricted area. The horse becomes agitated, reacting strongly to her presence. Six tourists cross the boundary. One narrowly avoids a horse bite due to their close proximity. Armed police approach persistent tourists, instructing them to wait and maintain a safe distance. A guard commands a woman to get out, but she moves closer instead, escalating the situation. Despite a friendly greeting, a tourist is reminded to stay outside the designated area as rules must be followed. For safety, armed officers and the King's Guard closely monitored a seemingly drunk man acting suspiciously near the royal horses. "Make way!" the guard shouted as a tourist stood directly in the path, blocking the cavalry's routine movements. Order must be respected. A startled tourist leapt and screamed, dodging bites from the horse. She underestimated how quickly royal horses react when provoked. She didn't know, but the guard reminded her. Twice, tourists crossed the line, unaware of the seriousness of the rules in this place. The King's Guard had finally had enough of the silly tourists' antics. One warning too many led to firm, swift action. A stubborn tourist was nipped 3 times while her parents watched the horse grow visibly upset. She refused to learn her lesson. A protest for women's rights marched past the King's Guard. Loud chants and inappropriate attire shocked the usually calm royal grounds. She ignored the sign, "Do not touch the reins." She grabbed and pulled them, prompting a serious verbal warning from the King's Guard. So heartwarming. A tourist in a wheelchair paid silent respect to the King's Guard. The power of honor needs no words. The horse was startled by loud noise, but the soldier calmly comforted it. The horse responded affectionately, showing deep trust in his guardian. On a rare and cheerful moment, a friendly King's Guard happily took a selfie with an adorable little girl. A memory she'll cherish forever. Sweet connection, the horse leaned in lovingly toward a special man sitting nearby. a silent gesture of affection that melted hearts. A young girl blew a kiss to the royal horse and its guard. A small gesture, full of innocence and warmth, returned with silent honor. Today, we bring you a collection of the most heartwarming moments at Horse Guards Parade. From kind gestures by the King's Guards to adorable interactions between tourists and the royal horses, these moments remind us of the beauty of tradition, respect, and admiration. Let's take a closer look at these unforgettable encounters. A soldier captured a touching photo of the King's Guard with her proud parents, holding a sign, "Our little girl." A moment full of pride and smiles. A young girl gave something sweet to the guard. Suddenly, the horse reacted adorably, creating a memory this family will never forget. These special children had a truly joyful day. Made even brighter thanks to the kindness and warmth of the King's Guard. Pure magic in uniform. "Get off the reins!" The guard's massive shout echoed as a tourist stubbornly held the reins. A serious breach of both respect and safety.
Get off the reins!
A clear reminder from the guard to a female tourist. Do not cross the boundary. These lines are there for everyone's safety and respect. Do not touch the reins, the guard firmly warned the disrespectful tourist. Rules exist for a reason, especially around majestic royal horses. "Don't touch the reins, sir," the tourist shouted. The horse bit him and his mother, terrifying her toddler, who screamed in fear.
Don't touch the reins, bro. Are you done?
Tourists pushed too far, and the King's Guard had enough, charging the horse out of the box to restore order with authority. King's Guard issues multiple warnings before advancing with horse to clear path. Guard firmly commands, "Get out of the box," twice to non-compliant visitors. Impatient horse prompts guard to shout at tourists lingering behind the bollard.
Everyone move back behind the bollard! Behind the bollard!
Man's provocative stance seemingly attempts to elicit reaction from the guard. During guard change, guard shouts at crowd to maintain order and protocol.
No soldier, no police. Imagine.
Well, you want to stand in your own shit? In your own shit, what's up?
Intense confrontation unfolds between woman and police over disruptive behavior.
Holy crap! You like standing crap? I'll go away. Little thingy up what's going on there with animal cruelty.
An elderly woman was told no by the guard after trying to touch the horse. Her stunned reaction was pure disbelief. Rules apply to everyone. A clueless parent led their child across the line. Police quickly intervened, reminding them loudly and clearly why safety rules exist at horse guards.
It is not allowed there. Side of the back.
The King's Guard smiled as a tourist laughed when a playful horse gently nipped a woman. Light-hearted moments shared between visitors and Ormond the horse. This young man showed disrespect by intentionally wearing an inappropriate outfit in the Royal Horse Guard area, deeply offensive to such a historic place. Adorable moment. The mounted guard smiled gently at a little girl, and she responded with a beaming smile of her own. With grace and respect, this woman bowed politely to thank the King's Guard, a beautiful display of appreciation for their duty and dignity. Heartwarming moment. She asked politely, and the mounted guard kindly allowed her. She thanked him with gratitude for such gentle respect and kindness. The female King's Guard smiled warmly as her proud mother stepped close to pose beside her. A lovely family moment in royal surroundings. How many times must the guard shout, "Behind the white line"? Tourists continue to ignore basic rules with no respect for tradition.
One,
The tourist provoked the wrong horse. The king's horse reacted with irritation, and the tourist's fear was instant. A lesson learned too late. The king's guard protected the horse's personal space when a tourist ignored the new rule and entered the restricted box. The horse bit his hand and he begged for mercy, pleading with the horse to let go. Actions have consequences, even with royal animals. These tourists were extremely stubborn, forcing the armed police to intervene and instruct them to stay behind the bollards. A clear sign of pushing boundaries too far. Despite carrying 2 children, this woman dangerously crosses the white line. The guard issues a firm safety warning. In an incredibly disrespectful moment, a woman tells the royal guard, "I give you permission to talk to me." A shocking display of arrogance and ignorance. The Blues and Royals guard firmly shouts as tourists blatantly ignore clear rules. This tourist learns a lesson in boundaries. Crossing the line gets her an immediate reprimand from the guard. Reminding all visitors to stay alert and respectful. A beautiful act of kindness. The king's guard gently moved his horse closer to a boy with special needs. A moment of inclusion and care. This adorable little girl proudly posed with the king's guard and his horse. A royal photo she'll treasure forever. A blind tourist wished to take a photo with the horse. While 2 other smiling visitors captured joyful moments beside the majestic animal. A special guest in a wheelchair posed with the royal horse, surrounded by family. Smiles, love, and gratitude filled this touching scene. Seated in her wheelchair, this woman beamed with joy as her family joined her for a photo next to the royal horse. A precious moment. Horse makes guard smile unexpectedly. The horse playfully engaged with a tourist, catching everyone off guard, especially the normally serious guard.
Get off the range!
The King's Guard doesn't move for amusement. They do not flinch for the camera, nor respond to foolishness. They stand as living symbols of centuries-old tradition, silent, unwavering, and dignified. But every day, that silence is challenged. Tourists grab the reins. They shout, provoke, cross sacred lines. Some come for history, others come to mock it. Yet tradition does not yield, and when respect is broken, the Guard answers. Not with rage, but with unmistakable authority. Because this is not a playground. It is a place of service, pride, and legacy. A curious horse tugged a tourist's jacket with its teeth. She laughed nervously, unsure what to do, while the crowd looked both amused and awkward. This woman crossed the boundary and reached out to touch the horse, only to be firmly rejected. A reminder that royal horses know their limits. A bold tourist faces immediate reprimand from the King's Guard for stepping into a restricted zone. Armed police express frustration with uncooperative tourists during the guard change.
Excuse me. It's not the change, not the world
A tourist posing by the horse is confronted by the guard for standing outside the permitted area. Armed police instruct stubborn tourists to stand aside during the changing of the guards.
Step away for a moment, just while we change the horses, please. Thank you.
A female guard repeatedly reprimands clueless tourists, urging them to step behind the line. A woman demands to touch the horse at horse guards in London. Leading to a tense confrontation. Both the guard and horse react when a tourist refuses to respect the boundary line. The message is loud and clear: stand behind the white line. Two female tourists disrespectfully walk into a restricted area. Their disregard prompts swift attention from the guard. Reinforcing the importance of rules. A disturbing moment as a man recklessly touches the horse's mouth. The shocking behavior risks injury and shows zero regard for the animal's boundaries. A man crosses the line and remains oblivious as the guard repeatedly yells, "Get out!" This alarming moment underscores why the white box rules exist. Police had to intervene with this group of tourists standing in the wrong area. A firm reminder was given, don't stay here. Clear signs shouldn't be ignored.